Today we're going to show you how to measure a staple set roller brush in a chevron pattern. The typical chevron pattern resembles a V shape, which you can see here, the V. We'll start from the inside out and then to make sure that we get all of our measurements. So we're going the length of the core, we need to know that. So here I'm measuring it as 600 millimeters. So that's the core measurement, lengthwise. The inside diameter of the core, so the distance on the inside, which would take a shaft or a tube or something like that. We can measure that here as 38.84 millimeters. Oh, there we go, 39 millimeters. Again, we've got to get the outside diameter of the core. So using the same vernier, I've seen their measurement of 64.1. So that's your true measurement. We'd obviously match that up with the closest measuring core. In this case, 65 millimeters. So from there, we're looking at the end of the brush here. We've got to figure out how many starting points of bristles that we've got. So how many starting rows of chevron? 1, 2, 3, 4. The amount of rows of chevron can be increased or decreased depending on the job or the brush that we're replicating. So from there, we've got to measure the tuft hole size, so the diameter of the hole that the bristles go in. This is critical for a number of reasons and will affect the performance of the brush. So we're measuring outside to outside as true as we can. There we go. 6.64 millimeters, which indicates to me it's a 6.5 mil hole. From there, we need to know, again, this will determine how hard and how well your brush performs, the density or the pitch between each of these holes. So the middle of one hole to the middle of your next hole in the same row is your true pitch. So in this case, I'm measuring it from the center of one hole to the center of the next as 10.5 mil. 10.63, but 10.5. This is critical to get as close as possible and always double check. So I'm going to double check on this row here because it may affect the performance of the machine. Yep, I'm getting the same measurement here, and if you're not exactly 100% sure, you don't have to go from the middle of one hole to the middle of the next. You can go from the start of one to the start of the next, which I'll demonstrate here. Yep, so that verifies the measurement I took earlier, give or take a few microns, but that's that. While we're talking about the bristle, let's measure the diameter of the bristle used. So there are a number of different bristles that can be used in the synthetic form: polypropylene, polyethylene, nylon. In this case, this one here is a polyethylene, but what we're doing is measuring the diameter, because again, look at every aspect of this brush, the key measurements are critical. So this one's 0.32 of a millimeter. Always turn the bristle 90 degrees so you can get an accurate measurement from both sides. And in this case, I'm getting 0.42. So 0.32 by 0.42. I'm going to check that on another bristle, another random bristle, wherever it may be. 0.32, turn it 90 degrees, 0.4. So I can safely say that they're the same bristles. So your bristle size is 0.3 millimeter or 0.32 by 0.4 millimeter. Now what we need to do is clarify the diameter of the brush. So the OD, the outside diameter. Just a simple measurement, as accurate as possible. In this case, the OD I'm measuring is 115 millimeters. So that's your brush OD. As far as this pattern of the brush, so we know how many starting rows there are, 4. So we want to figure out how aggressive the chevron is. So looking at it probably this way will give you a better idea. that's centre, and obviously centre there. The chevron dips in 90 degrees over the total, right into the middle. So that's a 90-degree chevron. For all that information combined, that's how you measure a staple set roller brush chevron pattern from your custom form design on the internet, www.industrialbrushware.com.au.